twisting hard where the shadows lie. Grip the handle, feel the engines roar. Freedom ain't a dream, it's the open door. Ride the storm, feel the thunder break. Cut the change and let the earth quake. Born to run, born to never fold. Heart of fire, soul of untamed gold. Night's a beast, it devours the weak. Steel and fire, the language I speak. Dust in my lungs, wind in my face. Speed's my temple, this road's my grace. Ride the storm, feel the thunder break. Cut the change and
Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Homestead, Miami Speedway, the site of the 2026 NASCAR Cup Series season finale. Thank God Almighty, our prayers have been answered. But tonight, you're going to see the best of the best in NASRA for the DSR Electric Truck Series. Get her done here tonight for the Glass Mechanic 225. You'll see it all live here on the NASRA 360 Racing Network. Good evening, folks. I'm the redneck announcer, Jake Reeves, I should say. Wesley Outland will be joining me here in just a little bit. And obviously, the Australia Dade Hopton Pickles on production here this evening. And boy, I'm telling you, you see the palm trees, you see the glitz, the glamour of Miami Vice right here. I mean, this is literally a very, very great racetrack. I mean, a lot of drivers love this track. Real life and in the sim, everybody loves this place, and that's where we're at here tonight. Got Rockingham, Martinsville, kind of old school feel, if you will. I mean, a lot of people look at Rockingham, Martinsville as the old schoolers. Homestead, I mean, you know, it's been about, 20 years, I guess you could say, since the track's been out. But the main thing about it, this track's been around for a while. It's got some age onto it, and you're going to see a lot of that here this evening, as we will go ahead and show you the starting grid for the Glass Mechanic 225 here tonight at Homestead real quickly, as they are out there on the racetrack doing their pace laps. Jonathan Cofield starting from the front row with Holiday Brian Chew. Cofield needing to have a good run here tonight. He had a very good run going at New Hampshire last week. Somebody ended up pooping the bed for him and ended up getting caught up in an accident. Ended up not having the night that he wanted. Joey Stiers, Luke Smith, second row. Hopefully Joey's got over COVID from last week. Kermit the Frog starting in P4. Robbie Richards, Matt Cherry making up row number 3 with Steve Barnett. Brady LaBeouf, the boss man, making up row number 4 with row number 5, Justin Lupkin. And Roger Dobble, the Bulldog, Adam Newton, will be rolled off from P11 here tonight with Kerry Tribune rolling off from P12. That is the top 12 drivers as we look down through the rest of the running order. Taylor Peacock, Joshua Sush, Chad Ross, Chris Cinnamon, the Spice Man, James Kaufman, Jason Morales, Phil Pappas, Justin White, the top 20. Craig Schroeder, Stephen Thomas, Cole Larson, Shane Scott, that's the top 24. Yeah, folks, we still got a hell of a lot more. Right in behind them is Dade Hagan, Tyler Dittmer, J.D. Larson, Cole Larson's daddy, Triple J, Jeffrey Johnson Jr., Raul Meza, Tyler Goodwin, Aaron Van Rada, Buzzy Mongo, Cody Knight, VP of Operations for the DSR Electric, or for NASRA, I should say, with Lucas Lyons rolling off way back there, P34. More on him in just a minute. With Andrew Harris and Shane Trotter, the top 36. So we still got drivers working their way around. Damn, we got more with Ryan Delavu, Chris Blanchard, TJ Moore, your race director. Real quick, you saw Lucas Lyons right there. Lyons, if anybody remembers, real quick before we get going here, remember New Hampshire last week? Lucas Lyons and Andrew Harris, they got busted this week. Both of them. No qualifying in this event. They got an EOL at the start. 10 driver points, and team points got deducted with a $12 fine. It's a lot of money. Hell, that's an entry fee to the race to be paid for the next event. And then they've also got to pass through on lap 1. Something we really need to be watching out for. Stage 1 stay green to 25, 75, 155 sets of tires. They're going to burn through every damn one of them here tonight. Homestead Miami Speedway. You have a virtual race with the DSR Electric Truck Series. Here we go, diving off into turn 1. Jonathan Cofield, Joey Stars. Holla Daddy brought you up top as they're looking 3 wide coming off of turn number 2. Oh, we got a hell of a wreck back here in the back. Good Lord have mercy. Looked like Kerry Tribune might have got involved. Several others, Kerry Tribune in the 7, dropping like a rock on the leaderboard. Somebody spun, somebody got tagged, somebody might have got loose. Somebody might have just said to hell with it. I'm not real sure exactly which one it was. Bolts Poppers Instant Replay will tell the story and let us know exactly what happened. Look back through here. See, it might have been up the hill. No, right there, Meza right there getting down. So, yeah, it was a little bit above Buzzy Mongold in the 12. I think it might have been around the 7 of Kerry Tribune might have been where all of that more or less kicked off. You see Chris Cinnamon. Whoa, sus right there with Roger Diebold in the 14. Holy hell, somebody got airborne right there. Old front end knocked straight up the racetrack. Justin White getting involved. See the 10 getting involved as well. There's James Kaufman in the 25. And right off the bat, caution out. There's Kerry Tribune. Diebold gets snappy loose. Cinnamon, Spice Man going around. Kerry Tribune getting sideways. Hit the outside retaining wall very hard. Remember, folks, no fast repairs here in this series. So pretty much there's a good chance that there's about a quarter of the field is probably done right here on lap 1, which is bad. Wow, damn, Shane Scott just absolutely losing it right there. I mean, after the crash, mind you. And remember, there was some things that were said from last week. A couple of EOL penalties, some other things that got pulled up. From what Bernie LaBeouf and the others, they was not happy. And Dean, I know that you ain't really got the commentary and everything set up, but I do want to invite you in just for a second, just so I can catch my breath, because holy hell, that was a lot right there to get through in the first 8 laps.
My mic might be working or not, Jacob, but yeah, that was absolutely a lot. I've still got some cams that we got set up here at the moment, but yeah, early cold tires. We didn't really get too far going there on that situation, so drivers have got to get back into this groove here, of course, in this championship for the DSR Electric Series.
Absolutely, and rules were changed starting this week, and we'll get to that here in a second. Brady LaBeouf put it out there in the Discord chat for announcements. This is something that we really need to keep our eye on. Dane, and when Wesley comes in here, we'll talk about this as well. The rules is, and real quick, as we see them working their way down the backstretch, getting ready for the restart. But Brady LaBeouf puts this out here in the Discord, says rules will be changing starting next week. That's this week at Homestead. Regarding EOL procedure and penalties. TJ Moore will be given EOLs. Obviously, TJ Moore, the race director. EOLs in race. To drivers getting 2 EOLs in a race is going to be an automatic DQ. So you get 2 EOLs, you're pretty much screwed. And any driver receiving a total of 3 EOLs from week 8 to the end of the race week, or to the end of the race, week 12 will be parked for the remainder of the season. So these guys are really, Brady LaBeouf and others is really cracking down on some of the EOLs and wanting to try to get back to some clean racing over the past 2 weeks. Green flag back in the air, Cofield. Got the pole diving down to the bottom of the racetrack. Joey Stars, Robbie Richards, Holiday, Brian Chew, Luke Smith, the top 5 off turn 2. Way down the back chute, going into turn number 3. Cofield with the lead. Joey Stars second. Richards, Brad Chew, Luke Smith. I just mentioned it when they come off of turn 2, but that's exactly how they still run. Now they flip just a little bit, hit the line. And here we go, going into turn 1. Fastest lap, fastest truck on the racetrack by a very, very good margin. Everybody in the field hitting 35s. The only one that didn't was Jonathan Cofield, 34.7. And Cofield already starting to stretch it out a little bit as Wesley Outlet has joined me in the booth. Wesley, what's up, buddy?
What's up, my friend? How are you guys doing? Welcome to the world of the NASRA DSR Electric Truck Series. We're in the early going of Homestead, Miami, and right now, defending champion Jonathan Cofield is the man that leads the way right now. You're on board with Matt Cherry down below in the bottom right. Seeing where he's in that Chevrolet Performance number 45. He's got the Hillbilly Barnett on his outside, and good hard racing down the back straightaway, heading your way to 3.
Cofield still holding down with the lead. Steyr second. Now Richards trying to fend off Kermit the Frog here. Luke Smith. Smith was down on the inside. Smith's blinking again. This may end up being a little bit of an issue that these guys may have to deal with, especially with Richards riding right there in the, I guess you could say, a meat and a sandwich between Steyr and Smith. Then you got the Holiday, Brian Chew back here trying to battle with Barnett, the Hillbilly, as you mentioned, working his way up here into the mix. And Matt Cherry and Brady LaBeouf, Adam Newton, all of them right here in this mix.
Yeah, here they come again now, working their way off of turn number 4, 1.5 miles. Progressive banking here at the virtual Homestead Miami Speedway as there's Adam Newton. Got Brady LaBeouf, former series champion, up on the high side to deal with right there as well. All this goes on with Cofield still leading. That battle is inside the top 10 from 7th, 8th, and 9th as you see Justin Lumpkin on board with him, cracking the top 10 heading into 3.
Absolutely. I mean, and, you know, Justin Lumpkin could really easily get up here, mix it up with some of these old boys. Last lap was his fastest lap of the race, 33.3. Obviously not the 33 flat that we saw Jonathan Cofield running, but Lumpkin popping off a couple of fast lap times. That time around a little bit faster as well, and Joshua Suss smack dab in the middle of it as well. Tyler Dittmer up 14 spots. Biggest movers there you see from your gains. Dittmer up 14 spots from where he started. We talked about him. He started way back there in the back around the 26th spot. J.D. Larson up a couple of spots, as well as Raul Meza and Aaron Van Ryder. And I think a lot of it, Wesley, had to do with that lap 1, turn 2 crash that we saw a while ago that involved a number of drivers like Justin White, Kerry Jabu, and others.
Oh, I hate to hear that. Early caution come out here in the Glass Mechanic 225. They're going to go 150 laps the distance. There you see the stage information down below. They're going to go to lap 25 to stage number 1, and they'll stay green flag conditions unless an organic caution comes out on its own. And then, of course, Glass Mechanic Stage 2 take us to the cross flags to lap 75. And And then, of course, another 75-lap push to 150 laps. Unlimited attempts at overtime if need be. J.D. Larson sizing up the other Larson in front of him going on in turn 2.
And that's got to be the coolest thing right there, in all seriousness, to see, a father and a son and both of them racing against one another. In just any series, Wesley, not just NASRA, but any way, shape, fashion, or form. I mean, it's got to be the coolest thing to sit there and race against your son or race against your dad. And obviously some bragging rights go on in the household, especially throughout the week. If Cole ends up beating JD, then, he can kind of sit there, yeah, Dad, I kicked your ass this week, or it could be the other way around. But certainly something fun that both of them could be playing with, back and forth. And the bad part about it is Mom's got to hear about every bit of it as well. That's the bad part.
Yeah, Dad, he hit me. Son, get out of the way. Yeah, you're exactly right. Because right now, Shane Scott on board with him. You see his bottom right camera. Mission 1, number 21. Focused as they rumble back down the front straightaway. Cladding into the midway point of stage number 1. Cofield, Stiers, Richard, Smith, Chew, top 5. There's Joey Stiers. Hope he's feeling better than he did last week. Right now, sitting in second for Chrome on the back stretch, heading to 3 and 4.
Absolutely. I mean, and looking pretty good right there for Joey Stiers. I mentioned a while ago he had COVID last week, so hopefully is feeling a whole lot better this week. And certainly I would think he's feeling a whole lot better this week. I mean, comfortably riding up in the second spot. Joey Stiers very good here at Homestead. Seen it in the past. The only problem is I don't think he was counting on Jonathan Cofield showing up out here tonight. And Wesley, that driver right there in the 58 at Cofield, I talked about him pre-race. This man needs a run here tonight. He needs to find that golden horseshoe and shove it so far up his butt. That way he can try to get some kind of luck here tonight at Homestead, because over the past couple of races, it's been terrible. It's been an absolutely terrible luck for the 58s. You see Newton going after Matt Cherry in 1.
Closing in on 10 remaining here in stage 1 here at Homestead. Right now, Matt Cherry, there you see him on board. His rig showing him on the steering wheel. One-handed in it, looks like. He's got one hand on the wheel right now. There's, of course, Cherry. Got behind him Lumpkin, Newton in front of him. And that's the way it looks like in race mode as they work race trim as they head back into turn 1 and 2. Justin Lumpkin. Man, all these guys on cameras, I'm loving it here, Jacob.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. I mean, and, it's cool to, have all these drivers pop up cameras and be able to kind of see what they're dealing with, as far as the virtual sim, and as always right there in the sim rig. But you mentioned it a minute ago with Matt Cherry, one hand in that thing. This is not a track. This is not a track that you would usually see somebody one hand in it around here at Homestead. I talked about it a while ago, and there you see it. Wow. I mean, that right there, that's risky to be one-handed. He may have a second hand maybe jumping up there, but one-handed it here at Homestead is very risky. I talked about it. You've talked about it before, the progressive banking, the old wore-out surface that everybody absolutely loves. And you have one of them seams right there, and you're going around, and one hand ain't going to save you. Two hands may save you, but one hand damn sure ain't.
We need to pause quickly for station identification if you're listening on CRN. This is the, of course, NASRA DSR Electric Truck Series from Homestead, Miami.
This is the Community Radio Network, WCRN, 87.9 FM, Clayton, Connor, Smithfield, North Carolina. Proud to be in the USA. We are CRN.
Back here at Homestead, Miami Speedway, less than 5 laps remaining in stage 1 here for the NASRA DSR Electric Truck Series. I'm Wesley Outland, the redneck announcer Jacob Reeves alongside Mr. Bigglestein Hopkins is always on production. And right now, Jonathan Cofield trying to set him up, Joe, if you will, Jacob, and win another stage here on a Monday night.
Yeah, absolutely. And that will be playoff points, stage points, all that good stuff. Something that Cofield honestly really needs with what we were talking about with the season that he's had so far. But check out this battle right here between the Bulldog, Adam Newton, and the Hillbilly, Steve Barnett. Both of them, Bulldog and Hillbilly, going at it into turn one. The Bulldog has the advantage, but the Hillbilly not backing down. Steve Barnett trying to see if he can muster up a run anyway he can, snapping a little loose off two. He'll use the draft going into turn three to try to catch up to Adam Newton.
He certainly is hanging with him right now as they work their way back into that third turn. Laps winding down. Remember, stage one will go right into the green flag for Glass Mechanics stage two. There's the man originally from New Orleans, Louisiana, now from Tuscaloosa, Alabama. All I got to say is roll tide. We beat Tennessee Volunteers in the ground on Saturday night. I love it.
Yeah, we played, Dean. Yeah, absolutely we played. Yeah, we
cheer
played.
Them on, buddy. We cheer them on. I mean, you know, it's the team that I cheer for, so they're my team.
We basically pulled a Bill Murray from Ghostbusters, and if you don't know what I'm talking about, yeah, you might want to go rewatch that movie.
Been finding myself binge watching a lot of horror movies for October. Halloween around the corner. There's Chad Ross, GM Goodwrench number 38 down on the inside. Battles with the 44 of Stephen Thomas. That goes on for the number 3 and 4 position on the racetrack. Correction, that's actually for 12th and 13th.
Yeah, Stephen Thomas up 9 spots from where he started, with Ross up 3. We go back to Jonathan Cofield coming around this time by. When he hits the line, it'll be 1 lap to go, stage 1. And Wesley, as you mentioned, stage 1, they will stay under green. So it's going to be pretty much just keep on trucking right here for Cofield. He's got about a 1.5 second gap, but Steyer's kind of closing the gap. Not by much, but he has closed that gap just a little bit on Jonathan Cofield. You see him in the background.
Yeah, laps are winding down as final lap remains. It's Cofield up in front, leading the way, looking to lock up another stage here. Now remember, when they end stage number 1, which is about to happen when they come to the start-finish line, it will be Glass Mechanics stage 2, and they'll race right in to the second stage of the race. One caution so far, halting action at the beginning of the event as they thunder off turn 4. Cofield, Steyers, Richards, Smith, Chew, Newton, Barnett, Lumpkin, Cherry, Dittmer will all be credited stage points from 1st to 10th. 10 points for first, 1 point for 10th. And now we move in to Glass Mechanic stage number 2 here at the Glass Mechanic 225. It's all Cofield.
Yeah, it's all Cofield, but one driver that you mentioned right there in that top 10 that getting some stage points. He might only got 1 stage point out of all of it, but I mean, literally from where he started at, up 16 spots from where he started. Tyler Dittmer in the 4, up 16 spots, started 26, mired back in the field. I got a feeling that crash on lap 1, him being able to shoot past it, was able to slide up here and get himself in position to get up here inside the top 10. But still, a hell of a drive by the 4 to drive up here and get in the middle of it. As you see Brady LaBeouf trying to mix it up a little bit with Chad Ross. All this right behind Tyler Dittmer. You see Dittmer right there ahead of him. Ross down to the inside. LaBeouf up top. There's Dittmer trying to run down Matt Cherry.
Tyler Dittmer right there, sitting at the number 10 spot. It's everybody, for the most part, just minding their P's and Q's. Started 26th, up 10th. 16th position climbed for the man there in the number 4. There, of course, is Ross and LaBeouf up on the high side, getting away from Thomas in the 44. And he's setting his sights now. Both of those are in the top 10 for Dittmer, Cherry, Barnett, and company.
Yeah, Raul Meza right there in the middle of that as well. Raul Meza also up 12 spots from where he started. Dane Hagen, J.D. Larson, a couple of guys up here, a whole bunch of spots as well. As you see, Meza, where is the tank top? Where is the tank top? No tank top for Meza here tonight. I think he might have figured, you know, I've caught a lot of hell for this for the past couple of weeks with a tank top. Either that or it is October. I don't know how it is out in California, but over here in Northwest Georgia where I'm at, Wesley Outlet, it has gotten just a little bit colder. So maybe it got colder over there in California, and he said to hell with it. We're going to put some sleeves on.
And he's got dirty laundry. Got dirty laundry.
Maybe. Yeah, maybe dirty laundry, but so far it looks like the sleeves are starting to work out for Raul Meza right here.
Oh. Get your dirty laundry clean there, brother. Adam Newton now up to 5th. He's dealing with the driver, Brian Chu, behind him. Holidaddy from Florida calls Fort Myers home. He's at Homestead, Miami tonight. This is Glass Mechanic stage number 2. Yeah. By the way, stage 2, 50 laps. It'll take us to the halfway mark. Everybody single file here still.
Yeah, I mean, I think. Well, I mean, Wesley, you know what I was talking about earlier. I think a lot of this that we're seeing here tonight has got a lot to do with the penalties that you know, that Brady LaBeouf and others have flipped out here and made known. I talked about this earlier on. Is, you know, they're going to start handing out, you know, some serious EOL penalties. You get 2 of them in a race, and you get an automatic DQ, and you kick clean out of here, and you're gone from the race. And you know, some of this other stuff that I was seeing in the announcements tab. You know, mentioned this earlier, starting week 8, which is this week, any driver receiving a total of 3 EOLs from week 8 to the end of the race in week 12 will be parked for the remainder of the season. So that's something big. And then obviously penalties for future races will be back, including loss of qualifying privileges for multiple weeks, pass-through penalties, or at the start of the race, and fines. So it's like I said earlier, Wesley, Brady and Cody, they've tried to, you know, have this leash, and, you know, they've kind of, you know, everybody's kind of, you know, messed it up. Maybe not everybody, but there certainly has been some instances over the past 2 weeks, Talladega and New Hampshire, that has certainly got LaBeouf and the big dogs of NASRA to finally sit there and go, hang on a minute, we need to crack down on this, because it's starting to get out of hand with some of these cautions and what we're having. And I think, honestly, you're seeing the fruits of their labor here tonight, because one caution already, and everybody has kind of calmed it down. And it's like you said, who's a good boy? Who's a good boy? I think everybody's being a good boy here tonight. Nobody wants to get DQ'd.
Yeah, I mean, and I mean, listen, we want to put out a stellar broadcast. We don't want to call a wreck fest all the time. I mean, I understand cautions are going to happen, right? I mean, it's just the nature of the beast, right? But when you're constantly green caution, constantly yellow flags, you see some deliberate cautions, sometimes some crazy rough driving, even in the sim world. I got to put a handle on it. And I got to tell you, I mean, where's my soundboard at here? I gotta applaud them. Way to go. That's all I got to say. Way to go. I applaud him. Cofield still leads the way. And according to Dean, he probably says, Wesley, you just jinxed us now. But hopefully not. So, listen, here's my thing, right? Everything's in stages in these races. Get to the third final stage, and then let's race hard. Then let's go out there for 75 laps and beat and bang. And, you know, I mean, I know it's going to take time to get there. I'm not telling you to go out there and not race anybody, but, you know, take the aggression out the window until that third stage, and then you got to do what you got to do to win the race. It's like I've always said in real life at drivers' meetings, or, you know, to first win the race, you must first finish, right, Jacob? I mean, You're not going to win the race to the first lap. It ain't going to happen.
No, but it never does. You know, I mean, unless you start dead last and then your throttle hangs and you just clean out the whole damn field. That'd be about the only way. But then you got to hope that your truck or car is not completely total with a meatball flag like everybody else. That'd be about the only way you do it on the lap one. But obviously, figure of speech on that. But certainly, I agree with you 100%. You know, run the race. Let's see who the faster driver is. Not see who can survive and see who can luck into a win. Certainly luck comes into play in this sport of auto racing and sim racing and what have you, but a lot of it has to do with skill, and that was something I was really wanting to see here tonight at Homestead, because it does take a lot of skill to get around this place. And, you know, I think you're starting to see the skill kind of the cream rise to the top, if you will. But certainly, I think the penalties and everything else that they were handed down certainly has made these guys, okay, let's calm down and let's just try to make it through. I mean, I agree with you. Last 20 laps, throw caution to the wind and just send it at that point. But let's get to that point first. I agree with you.
And then we're starting to see, looks like green flag pit stops as well, as Luke Smith, Kermit, the first man to commit onto the pit lane before anybody else. Here comes another taker. We got pit stops happening here. Lap number 40 of the race.
Yeah, and I think a lot of this, you know, as we saw a while ago, 85% on the fuel capacity. You see that right there for the fuel limit of 85%. I think, you know, some of it has maybe to do with the gas to try to make it to the end. I mean, hell, they went 41 laps, so I'd say, yeah, that's about what you're looking at, about 45 to 47 laps, give or take. But mainly it's going to be about the tires. And you saw a while ago 5 sets of tires. That's 4 in the pits and 1 on the truck. Well, now they're going to get stuck with 3 sets after this, because everybody has probably been screaming for the past 5 or 10 laps. Give me fresh rubber. Give me something to work with. Give me something to drive, because we talked about it. This place is wore out. It's old. Oh, they never repaved this damn track. I mean, hell, if it comes down to it, let's run it on sand. I don't care. This right here is the, I guess you could say, the last of the tracks that is of the old guard, I guess you could say. And certainly we're seeing it here tonight with the tire, where the tire fall off, all that good stuff. I mean, hell, they were hitting 33s at the start of this race. Now they're hitting 35 ones. That's a huge drop-off, about 2-second drop-off.
So Cofield in the lead. He won the stage. We're seeing more green flag pit stops. See Pappas pull out. So does Meza. Cody Knott. All making pit stops. 18 of 50 laps in stage number 2. Presented by Glass Mechanic at the Glass Mechanic 225. Pardon the pun. And there is the battle there with Larson and Bullock going at it there for position. Peacock. Peacock drops off down to the inside. There goes Taylor Peacock. A couple of years ago, regular season points champion before the playoffs. Kind of been a quiet start this year for the 81 right here, Jacob.
Yeah, I mean, it very much has, and very, very much inches from not being a quiet night, but being a hellacious night right there for Taylor Peacock. I mean, just jumping it down to the bottom. Damn near shades of a William Byron, Ty Dillon kind of deal at Vegas. And that's something that these drivers are going to have to communicate. Each driver is going to have to communicate with everybody, especially going down pit road. To be careful is you don't have instances like this right here with Dade Hagan in the 39 parking it right there at the entrance of pit road. Anybody just coming down pit road is going to be in a bad shape right there, but Hagan tows, so that works out well for anybody trying to jump down pit road. And we got one coming. Leader Jonathan Cofield in the 58, easing down pit road, will surrender the lead to Joey Stires, and this is the first lead change of the evening. Couple others, Adam Newton, Cole Larson, Justin Lumpkin, Stephen Thomas, couple others, about 4 or 5 of them jumping down pit road right here for those green flag pit stops.
Yeah, we kind of figured that they would be making pit stops, obviously, and any time now we knew that stage 1 winner Cofield would drop onto the pit lane, as he has. This puts Joey Stiers up in front, but he's dropping down to the apron here at Homestead, Miami, onto the pit lane also. So this will put Richards in the lead, but Richards decides to pit as well. Robert Richards. But now Brian Chu showing no signs of being committed to the pits. Working down the back straightaway right now. The 51 is in the lead now. Larson, Johnson, Stiers, Richards now your new top 5, and some are on pit road.
Yeah, and obviously we'll wait and see when Brian Chu elects to go down. Could be this time around. Very, very slow. And yes, it is. 51. Brian Chu going down pit road, locking it up. Holy hell. Might have got busted for a speeding penalty right there. Very, very close. Very, very close to hitting the barrels. Probably very close to getting a speeding penalty. Jeffrey Johnson Jr. pitted on lap 2. He's going to stay out here and lead him a couple of laps, or at least lead him a lap, get him a point, or get him some, your points from leading laps. The next guy is Jonathan Cofield, about 15 seconds back. So Cofield will reassume the lead with Luke Smith in second once Jeffrey Johnson Jr. pits. Cofield, he got in, got out in a hurry off of pit road.
Johnson, Cofield, Smith, Dittmer, LaBeouf, top 5 right now. There you see the lap times coming up on the clock. There it is. Solid run right now for the man of Johnson, who is now taking the lead from the man that won the first stage of Jonathan Cofield. But Cofield right back to second after his green flag pit stop here as we hit lap number 50 and close in on 100 to go.
Absolutely, and I think right now Jeffrey Johnson, what he done is actually he is now going down pit road as we speak. So obviously that will surrender the lead back to Jonathan Cofield. But I think Johnson, what he was wanting to do was stay out and get him a couple of extra laps right here, and then jump down pit road and then go ahead and line himself up to have some fresher tires, and have a shot and try to get up here and try to get around some of these guys. Have the fresher tires on the back end and have something to get up here and mix it up with these old boys. So that will probably play a factor. Just depends on where Johnson comes out. As we see Stiers and Cherry slugging it out for the P5 spot. And obviously Stiers on a little bit fresh tires, couple of laps better. Woo, boy, Cherry got loose right there on 4 and right up on the tailgate of the 23. I bet you he's got both hands on the wheel now.
On board, Matt Cherry, bottom right. There you see him. You don't see him, you see him driving. That's what the view looks like from the cockpit. And reeling in. Looks like Stiers and LaBeouf hold on to those spots. This is actually for 4th and 5th on the racetrack. Midway through stage number 2. Let's go side by side. Thank a sponsor or two as we stay green flag. We got to at least somehow mention them. We thank them. And right now, Jacob Reeves, it is obviously green flag pit stops coming to an end. We're seeing this battle of the top 5 continue. Obviously a clean race now so far after the opening caution.
Yeah, absolutely. Very clean so far here in this race. And, obviously, we're going to have that stage break at the end of stage 2 presented by the Classic Mechanic at lap 75. And obviously that will bunch everybody right back up and get us back into the restart kind of deal. And hopefully kind of get back to this long green flag run that we're seeing. And, could really play a big factor into who ends up winning this race as far as strategy and tires and but just all kinds of good stuff. But this is what everybody was wanting to see here tonight was Homestead multi-groove. You got Pappas, damn Pappas running literally high side tickler Kyle Strickler line all the way up against the fence and trying to get the run to get up here with Newton and Richards and Cherry. All four of these boys right here, this is a battle going on inside the top 10. And stage points will be up for grab here in about 20 laps. Son, they are racing like it is the last lap of stage 2.
Yeah, they still got a long way to go. I mean, we haven't even got to halfway just yet. As there's Richards down on the inside, the 19 of Newton behind him, LaBeouf and Cherry letting each other back down as Richards in the top 5. Good solid run for him so far tonight.
Yeah, I mean, Richards has done a pretty good job here so far this evening. I mean, he started 5th, and that's exactly where he's sitting at. Think about this. Robbie has won here at Homestead, Miami. I remember this race that he won here. I believe it was season number 3, I believe it was. It was my rookie season. No, 4, excuse me. Won season 4 of the DSR Electric Truck Series. As hell, we're going 3 wide with the 56 right there smack dab in the middle of it with Schroeder in the 56. And everybody tried to work the way around the lap cars, but Richards has won here at Homestead. Very quiet night, but up in the top 5, and certainly something that you want to try to do here at Homestead. And it's like I said, I remember Richards winning here at Homestead in season 4. Only reason I remember that is because he finished 2nd. I thought I had a truck to win that night, but Richards certainly was one of the best trucks that night, and certainly deserved that win that night. Who knows? Get a restart, get some strategy one way or another. That 48 could be up there content trying to, or could be up there in contention to win this thing.
Richards at one time was the all-time leader. However, he's fell back to 2nd. Robert Richards with his 447th career start tonight. Right now sitting in 4th as we got him 3 wide for a moment. Pappas up top. Behind Cherry down on the inside. All this going on. They race their way back into turn 3. There is an all-new leader. Raul Meza is the new all-time starter of NASRA. How about that, Jacob? Career start 451 tonight for California's Raul Meza.
Yeah, I mean, that's a lot of starts and a lot of entry fees that you pop in there when you do that right there. And certainly, Raul, obviously one of those drivers that has a lot of commitment here to this great league and great series, and obviously this great sport of sim racing. And, certainly great to see Meza, and certainly great to see him up 14 spots up here in the top 15. But Pappas and Cherry are absolutely going at it right here. And this is for the, 8th spot. Cherry occupied it, and Cherry trying to run up to the top side to aero block Pappas. Pappas having none of it. Cherry now jumps down to the middle lane. Pappas shooting around the top side trying to get the run. Pappas will get that run. Go door to door with it going into turn 3. Pappas up top, Cherry down on the bottom.
Boy, Kermit's flashing. Tires behind him. Or Stires is in front of him, actually. Oh, this is the man in 2nd place, but they're going to keep an eye on that. Remember, Jacob, a while back, I mean, that was one of the things that we actually was told that they were going to enforce, that, listen, if you're blinking too much, if you're, having a issue, they will tell you need to get it fixed, and if not, they'll kick you from the server. Your race can get dropped. I don't want to see that happen, but it could.
Yeah, I mean, and obviously you don't want that kind of issue anyway, shape, fashion, or form. Is damn, boy, they are going right here. Making making some serious headway right here. Cherry up on the back door. Rafael Pappas. And watch the inside. Here comes the Holodaddy punch. Hugh diving down to the inside. Might have caught them both sleeping. Going into 3. Taylor Peacock right there behind them. Going to try to latch on and go as well. Now Cherry, Pappas, they go up top. Holodaddy, Peacock down to the bottom. And James Kaufman, a lap truck right there smack dab in the middle of this. Oh, hell, they're making contact. They're getting into the wall. This is getting good.
Yeah, what a battle. Hang on. Let's be nice, guys. Remember, we talked about it as we're closing in on 13 remaining in Glass Mechanic stage number 2. Look at now. Peacock down to the inside of Cherry, trying to make a run on Chew. This is for 8th, 9th, and 10th. And behind them, Furious Racing as well, as we just mentioned. Pappas now trying to run them down and more as they come back across the stripe. And Newton around Kermit. Adam Newton, the Bulldog, showing his teeth. And the man's up to 3rd now in 48 from Gastonia. Actually, I'm sorry, that's Richards. Richards and Newton. There you go.
Yeah, and you know, I mean, obviously, you know, a great point right there from our great producer, the Australian, talking about maybe they're getting with Luke Smith. Hey, son, you blinking? You getting in the middle of this? Might want to back up a little bit. Some of these guys might be having some hard time trying to get around you. And certainly don't want to ask drivers to move over because everybody's trying to race. I mean, everybody's got to go race when the damn green flag drops. But at the same time, when you're out there blinking, you're out there causing issues, and drivers can't get around you and see you, eventually somebody's got to step in. Now, I'm not saying that that's exactly what they're doing, but I would not be surprised if one bit they come to Luke Smith and said, "You're blinking so much, pull out of the way, let Adam Newton go right here." That'll be a behind the back.
Closing in on 10 remaining. Yeah, I'm about to say, I kind of got lost on my words after that comment. Trying to listen on the radio, going back and download as well. Uh-oh. We were doing so good, too. It's Dean's fault, Jacob.
Hey, boy, Dean.
Lord. Give you a cavity search. Oh, wow. Oh, hell. Pappas and Jerry in Denver. Oh, wow. It's fell off the handles now, Jacob. I'm sorry, brother. I tried to handle it. I really did.
I mean, it's already gone at this point, but I mean, it is what it is. I mean, but we'll make it one way or another. We'll have some fun, and we'll just go with it. But thank you, Dave. Thank you very much. As we see Cherry down the inside, they're mixing it up now.
I have to. The suspense is killing me with Jake. Cofield's in the lead, followed by Stiers and Richards and Newton. And by the way, we are closing in on a natural caution coming out here with 7 to go in Glass Mechanic stage number 2. And just green flag pit stops already completed. All the while, they are trying to run down Cofield again. Jonathan Cofield, the Pied Piper here tonight. Remember, he ain't won this year. He wins this race, he's going to defend his playoff title crown.
Yeah, I mean, and certainly, I mean, that is what Cofield has tried to get. I mean, Cofield has not had the, whoa! Oh, Lord have mercy. Look at this right here. Goodness, is that Joey Steyer, or no, excuse me, that looked like Joshua Suss right there in the cop's truck. Joey Stiers is gone. I have no idea where Joey Stiers is. We see Lumpkin. He got around 27 of Luke Smith, and now Lumpkin up here into the 4th spot, mixing it up as well. But Joey Stiers is nowhere to be found. Where did he go? I have no idea.
There's Joey. I see you, Joey. I see you, Joey. Where are you, Joey? Where are you? It's like, what the hell, man? Where am I at? What did I do? What did I go? Uh-oh. Joey does not look happy. If we had an onboard audio, I don't know if I'd like to hear that. Uh-oh.
Behind the mic 9 ways to Sunday right there.
I mean, you can just tell from him throwing his hands up that he's not happy. Do you think they kicked him from the server, Jacob?
No, not Joey Stires, I don't think, because Stires wasn't really doing anything crazy.
It says he's out.
Issues or nothing like that.
It says he's out. Remember, it's been multiple times he had internet issues or had the blinking issues. Remember? Here's a Let's put Joey back on camera. What's he doing? Let's see what he's doing. Joey, where are you? There you are. Let's bring Joey in the booth, Jacob, shall we? Into the stage coming up.
Are you asking for it?
I'll take my chances.
I'm sure you will.
Joey, what's going on, dude? I see that you are in the twilight zone right now, bro.
Boys, I don't know. It just kicked me out of the sim altogether. My screens went black and it just kicked me out. So now I'm trying to load back in here. I hope I didn't take anybody out. Man, what a
No, you didn't. It says you're out of the race, though. Can you get back in even though it says you're out?
Yeah, I'm coming back in right now. I'm loading back in, but I hope my truck's not destroyed. It didn't give me phantom damage or something blinking out there. But man, what a horrible break. We had such a good run going there, and man, my luck's got to turn one of these times, man. I'm real heartbroken over this.
All right, buddy. Jacob, you got anything for our Colts fan here? One to go, by the way, stage number 2.
I mean, I just wanted to, Joey, are you over your sickness? And, are you feeling any better from last week?
Yeah, that's real positive for me. I am feeling a lot better from last week. Fought COVID there, and I finally took a test Tuesday and was able to get over it, cleared and everything, and be able to be back up on my wife and daughter. So big thanks for that. But yeah, I was ready to race tonight. I felt like I was going to have a really good run and really show some speed, and here we go with the bad luck. So we'll see what we finish.
So I see your monitor. It looks like you are back in the server, though. Are you back?
Yep, I just got.
There you go. It's back in the saddle again. So, Joey, thanks for your time, buddy. Good luck.
Yeah, thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
By the way, that is Joey Stires, and we are about to end. We are about to end stage number 2. So, there you go. One of our Chrome drivers, Joey Stires, there chatting with him, and Jonathan Cofield sweeps stage 1 and Jacob stage number 2, all after green flag pit stops. Way to go.
Yeah, that's big right there for Jonathan Cofield right there. Will he be able to finish it? Only time will tell here tonight.
We're going to take a break because we ain't took one in a while. We back in a moment. Stay with us. We grab Cofield also next. Craftsmanship that lasts a lifetime is Florida Cabinet Distributors. With over 20 years in business and 39 years of woodmaking experience, they proudly serve Northeast Florida to Southeast Georgia, delivering custom woodwork that combines precision, beauty, and durability. Whether you're dreaming of a custom kitchen, bathroom vanity, fireplace and mantle, entertainment center, outdoor kitchen, or even a full library, we can build it at Florida Cabinet Distributors, exactly the way that you envision. Hey, no project is too big or too small. If it's made of wood, Florida Cabinet Distributors can make it. Call or text Steve today. Yes, they gave us his personal cell number, 904-874-3442. That's 904-874-3442 to book today. Florida Cabinet Distributors, craftsmanship that lasts a lifetime. We are back at Homestead, Miami, and Jonathan Cofield has won the stages, our defending champion. Jacob, I think this is probably the best race this year Cofield has had. I don't want to jinx him, but man, he's got it going on tonight.
Yeah,
let's bring him in. Let's bring him in.
Figure it out.
Let's bring him in for a chat. Jonathan, it's the booth. You got a copy.
How y'all doing?
First off, I got to ask you, Alabama annihilated Tennessee Saturday. Well, I got to understand. I got to get your thoughts of how you feel about Auburn losing to Missouri in double overtime.
Yeah, we just keep finding ways to lose. So,
all right. In other news, Jonathan, what a good run you got going for you tonight, man. Obviously trying to lock up your first win of the year and put yourself in the playoffs. You've dominated all the stages here so far.
They were looking pretty good. Got a little tough right there, trying to keep Lucas on the lead lap, not lap Jeffrey, and then we kind of told him where we was running. And Jeffrey was running 2/10 faster than we was right there toward the end. So hopefully you'll see him running through the field too. But yeah, I love this track, man. Homestead's a really good track for me.
I mean, Jonathan, I mean, do you feel like, yeah, I'm going to end up probably screwing him right here, but do you feel like...
By the way, they've waited off the restart.
Okay, well, good. Well, then that gives me time to ask this. So, but Jonathan, do you feel like that here tonight has kind of been this... Do you feel like maybe that the monkey can kind of get off your back here tonight? I don't want to jinx you or nothing like that, but it does feel like that here tonight you have been the dominant truck here this evening.
Yeah, I'm hoping we can get a win here and get the bad season behind us, man. It's like I told you in a message, man. Does DSR Electric have a curse or something with 5 different champions? I mean, we ain't had nothing bad luck. So, and really, since I started the team, we've all had a little bad luck. So, we're gonna try to get up here and get this win right here. I don't know how they let me get the pole with my son at 3 o'clock this afternoon. He's like, "Dad, you want to go golfing?" I was like, "Yeah, we'll go play 9." So, got my nephew, and talked my brother into going, and I got about 10 beers deep. So I don't know how I set the pole. I wouldn't know how I'm leading, but
there you go.
It's starting to wear off now.
So you're admitting that you are inebriated racing on iRacing, basically. Is that what you're trying to tell us?
It's only like a way to do it.
At least it's not behind the wheel of a real vehicle.
That's right.
Jonathan,
I ain't running
go
nobody.
get him. Yeah, exactly. Go get him.
Appreciate it, guys.
Thank you, brother. Oh, Jacob, have a drink on Jonathan.
Drink it up. Turn it up, baby. Turn it up.
I mean, listen, that's the only legal way to do it. That's the only legal way to drink and drive is on iRacing. I don't know any other way. Maybe that other driving simulator or whatever, but I mean, that's how you do it.
Much love to you guys. All right, pace truck is in. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Stage 3, Glass Mechanic, 225, 70 to go as we go back underway. Now it is go time here on the 1.5 miles. Let's see what goes down.
Let's see how this ends up playing out as Cofield now jumps away with the lead. Richards now riding in the second spot. Adam Newton, good buddies. Second, third. Good late spots before he started. Holiday, Luke Smith, that's the top 5 working their way into turn 3 and 4. Cofield tried to get away. Holiday tried to work that outside lane.
Right now, the Holodaddy up on the top shelf where Grandma hides the candy from Grandpa for trick-or-treating. Gonna go Michael Myers on her as they work off the corner. And Smith and Trudeau fight for that spot. Hey, Stiers is back. There he is. Stiers is back on the racetrack. But 3 laps down, though. Can he get it back? That's the question. I think he's only got a lap down, or multiple laps down.
Yeah, I mean, right now, Stiers actually 3 laps down according to
Harris is lap
lineman
now.
that we got. Yeah, Harris and Goodwin, both of those guys kind of slugging it out for the Lucky Dog. And Harris was one of those guys, like Lucas Lyons, that got busted off of penalties last week and had to pay a $12 fine, had to start at the back, had to pass through, had all kinds of stuff that he had to deal with as well. So, I mean, Harris has not really had the night that we expect out of the 87, but certainly battling for the Lucky Dog is, I'm telling you right now, he ends up staying where he's at. He'd probably go get that damn Lucky Dog here in a minute. So they are going at it up here right behind Luke Smith. Lumpkin, Chew, Peacock, Dimmer, all of them.
Pause for station identification as we are at the top of the hour on CRN.
This is the Community Radio Network, WCRN, 87.9 FM, Clayton, Garner, Smithfield, North Carolina. Proud to be with you.
Good Monday evening to you and yours. 10/20/25. Jacob Reeves, I'm Wesley Allen. Mr. Bigglestein hopped in on production. The NASRA DSR Electric Truck Series rock, roll, and rumble with the virtual iRacing servers of the #1 motorsport simulation of the world at Homestead Miami Speedway. And right now, Jonathan Cofield is trying to go for the hat trick. Talked about playing golf today. He's trying to go for a hockey terminology and sweep all 3 stages here tonight in the Glass Mechanic 225. Right now, Cofield easily out in front by about a second on Richards. A second and a half is Newton. 2 seconds back is Smith and Lumpkin, your top 5 as they go to 3.
Yeah, I mean, and really working it down there on the bottom side is Newton and others. And there you see Brady LaBeouf, the boss man, working right beside his teammate Tyler Detmer, both of them past hosts of the Hot Lap podcast with Tyler and Brady. And certainly would love to see that podcast back on board any way, shape, fashion, or form. But now they got to worry about Chad Ross and Stephen Thomas smack dab in the middle of this as well. Matt Sherry and Cole Larson trying to mix it up as well. Thomas to the top side. We're going to start to see, I believe, more people migrating to that top side eventually to try to get runs coming off the corner, especially to try to get runs to try to make passes here later on.
Closing in on 60 to go, 63 remaining. As Cofield still in the top spot. Look at now Dittmer and LaBeouf battle. This is in the top 10 in the back. In the top 10 as here comes Buzzy Mongold on pit road. What's up with Buzzy? Undercut?
100%. I don't necessarily think it's an undercut, to be honest with you, Wesley. I'm not 100% on what he is attempting to pull right here, because if you look at how many laps left, I mean, it's 62 laps. I would say everybody would be able to at least make it on one more stop. I'd say split the stage right down the middle. They went in 75. Let's say they went back in 78, call it 80. Excuse me, to try to even it out. You take 150 minus it from 80, and that's pretty much what you're looking at. Probably about a 30 laps. Yeah, split it, back and forth 30 laps, I would say. So if my math's even damn close, I mean, Dean, if you got a calculator, hit me with it. But I think that's what you're going to be looking at to try to split this bad boy up. Is going to be about D30 and then do another 30 and then gas it up and take it all the way to the end.
Don't forget the NASRA DSR Electric Truck Series will be back in action next Monday night after the finish of tonight at Homestead, Miami. And there's a look at where we're going. Oh, yeah. Get ready for Rockingham, the Rock. That'll be a fun place to go to on Halloween weekend, ain't it? Halloween week. The Rock, 200 laps. That'll be wild.
Yeah, I mean, I'm really pumped up for that one. That's going to be a good one. Matter of fact, what I said a minute ago, scratch what I said. I'm an idiot. I can't do math for anything, but it was 70 laps is what I meant to say. So you split that down the middle, and Either one of y'all want to do the math on that one? I think that'd be 35 and 35. Hell, I might be wrong. Who the hell knows at
No,
this
it is.
point?
You're right.
But,
No, you're right.
Okay,
You're right.
so
You're right.
I got
You're
that
right.
one right. I got that one right. My math sucks. It really does. I never was a math major in college, but,
You get to
but
an abacus.
35 and 35, that's what you're looking like.
Get my buddy an abacus. Oh,
Uh-oh.
Richards, hold on, baby. He saved it. How about that? What a save. Robert Richards with a save possibly of the night and even the year. Unbelievable.
I have no idea how he saved that truck. That right there, that is what you call wrecking. That right there is a caution that did not happen. That's exactly what that is right there, Wesley Outland, and I am shocked that he didn't wreck that thing. He may end up paying for it. A couple of guys probably get around him here in a minute. Obviously, him trying to get back up to speed, but certainly that's wrecking. But that is a caution that did not happen.
We'll stand on the green. What a save. 3 wide. Richards in the middle. Hold on, guys. All right. All right. A little close for comfort there, Kermit. And a little blinking on Kermit again. Kermit the Frog is blinking. Oh, wow. He's got some fun little voice box things tonight, don't he, Jacob? Yeah.
Yeah, he's got some cool stuff going on. But, you know, you're talking about Luke Smith, obviously, with the blinking and everything else he's got going on. You know, I think there may be some issues, honestly, obviously, with his internet. I mean, he won last week at New Hampshire, and obviously that was big for him. But I think maybe they might have had a little bit too much fun. They might have partied a little too hard with Miss Piggy and probably didn't pay the damn internet bill, and that might be why he's having a little bit of a problem out there on the racetrack trying to keep it from blinking. But certainly, you know, at this point, I mean, Luke Smith can try different things, I guess you could say, even with the internet bill, because, I mean, he won last week and he's locked himself into the playoffs.
In the playoffs. Playoffs? Something about playoffs? That's in the Navy. Looking out for the buff down on the inside. Open the door. Richards, he's back. Trying to get back onto the top 10. Brady LaBeouf doing all he can to throw the block on him. Rakes him clean. Hillbilly Barnett up on the high side. There goes the Spice Man, Chris Cinnamon. Right there on the inside as well. Former champion. By the way, Jacob, we got Rockingham coming up next Monday. Then we got Martinsville for the All-Star race. How cool is that?
Yeah, I mean, Martinsville's going to be a pretty interesting one, obviously, when you flip an all-star race smack down in the middle of it. I've been in those. You know, I mean, the one race, I believe it might have been the last season that I raced. In season 4, I believe it was. Or, yeah, I think that's what it was. That right there, I mean, the all-star race, obviously, was that was a good one. And it was at Martinsville as well. And certainly very intrigued to kind of see how, you know, the powers that be is going to try to make that even more interesting than what it usually is. I mean, are they going to run 2 races, split it up, and have a 20-lap race? Or, you know, and obviously points is on the line. So it's going to be interesting on that. The hell, they're doing back here. Richards making it a little interesting, making contact. Richards trying to hold on to that 48 all he can. A lot of door banging, 3 wide, Hillbilly in the middle, Ross on the bottom as well.
Whoa, hold on.
Sends Richards up into the wall. Uh-oh, I got a feeling Wesley Outlet for the first time here tonight.
We got beef.
I think we got beef right there.
It's what's for dinner. It's what for a snack. Oh! Richard's going to get back to the 42. What do you
It's a
think?
Jack Link's beef. I think that's what it is. Yeah.
That's
yeah.
what that's like.
He gets back to him, it's game over, I think.
But this is what we talked about, though, Jacob. This is what they said they wanted to try to help these guys control their anger. It was.
Well, I mean, anger is great entertainment, Wesley. I mean, you know that. I mean, obviously, it's great entertainment. It's great content to a certain extent. Unless you end up wrecking every damn lap, you know, then you get that problem. But in all honesty, right there, I think that whole deal with Barnett and Richards, I just think Barnett might have set it in there. He might have got a little tight, slid up, might have got arrow tight. I mean, this track is very difficult to get around, and I would say that maybe a little bit of that. I mean, I wouldn't think that what happened was intentional, but certainly it screwed Robbie Richards, and I'm sure he's not going to be too happy about it. I mean, he's dropped 14 spots all the way down to 19th place. But he was already dropping well before that contact was made with Steve Barnett. But certainly, you know, I think there may be a little bit of beef right there between them just because of just how it all ended up working out.
Under 50 laps to go, by the way. Sound like I got Satan in my ear. It sounds like. Oh, I gotta tell y'all. You gotta. Yeah, Jacob, have you started recording the audio with the door banging down light? Have you done that? Are you doing it now?
I done some behind the mic, but I can certainly start getting it back going right here.
Oh, wow. Sounds like the Kentucky Derby. Why are you mocking me? It's like I'm hearing everything twice in an echo in my head. All right. Back to the action. I'm lying.
Wesley has absolutely
all right,
flipped
Jacob.
over there. He's trying to get
all right,
himself
Jacob.
back out.
Dean's broke me. Dean's broke me. Okay, I'm back. I'm back. What a save though, boy. Brady LaBeouf and Brady LaBeouf with the 41 Alliance battling there. What a crazy race going on here now. It's 45. What how'd it go?
Dear Lord.
If people only knew what we hear in our ear all the time, right, Jake?
They'll get to hear it. They'll get to hear it because I got it lined up right here.
That's right.
They'll be able to hear it. Yeah. All lined up, baby. God almighty.
There is no idea of knowing.
Yellow flag is out.
There's a caution! Oh, we're under yellow flag as Chad Ross is in the fence at 38. I think. Or it could be somebody else. It could be. Richard's got to the 24.
42, yeah, one of them.
Yeah, or the 42. That's right, the 42 at Barnett. My bad. Yeah. Here's a replay.
You wouldn't wreck the 24. That's Brady LaBeouf. I mean, you know, you wreck your damn boss, you wreck your team owner. Yeah, I mean, that never works out. We'll see what happened. What happened to old Chad Ross right here? Maybe you get loose, you get sent, kind of comes down. Wow, that's netcode, bad netcode right there. I mean, Triple J kind of sent it in there, obviously, but I mean, he sends it in here, but never touches him. I mean, Ross kind of running right there on the seam. Triple J there as well. He was probably going to slide up and get into him anyway. But certainly there was a gap between both of those trucks, and ended up having them all. Ross spinning up the racetrack, and TJ Moore throws the caution.
Caution out. Pit stops are happening. They're all coming down to the pit lane. This is the money stop right here. Okay, you're about what? What did we say? what is it? Let's see here. Lap 107 of 150, so just under 50 laps to go. Yeah, I think they're going to come to the pit lane here. They could pit and go to the finish. We're going to pit too. Stay with us. We're back. Don't go anywhere. Halloween. Hey, Halloween. Oh, wait a minute. We're back. We were just talking about our producer's soundboard. So, Dean, can you cut on your mic to let our audience hear so they don't think we're going great? He said, Happy Halloween, Dutch. Hey, by the way, Freddy Krueger, Robert Englund, by the way, awesome guy, right? He is finally being inducted into the Star? What is it, the Star of Hollywood? The Walk of Fame, Hollywood Star? Yeah. Yeah, he's finally getting a star for his work in movies, man. Well deserved. Well deserved. Jacob, you back?
I'm here. I'm trying to breathe, but I'm back. Whew.
All right, we're going to try to go back for a restart. Barney up on the flag stand. By the way, remember NASCAR Cup Series, all divisions, actually the national championships, returning to Homestead next year. I'll be so glad. So glad. We're back to green. 40 to go. Newton in the lead. Cofield now in pursuit.
And now we're going to get to see something pretty interesting right here, Wesley. Is Jonathan Cofield not leading? Never mind. There he goes. He's got it. Obviously,
He got it back.
Well, maybe not. Maybe not. Adam Newton battling back hard on the outside. This is what I think everybody wants to see. Cofield winning stage 1, stage 2. Very strong. We got spinners in the back. No
green.
yet.
No green.
We
No
are
jinx it.
great. We are green. No, we're not.
No jinxing, damn it. Cussed it out. Uh-oh. Oh, well, here we go. Fourth yellow of the race.
Here we go.
They did try to keep it together. See trucks in the wall. I think it's the Johnson truck in the fence, and Raw Meza might have got a piece of it. Somebody else also. Here we go. Larson in 20 up on the top shelf. Jacob, pick your poison. Oh, boy.
Yeah, maybe Mesa might have got into the back of the 33. A Triple J might have set him around, and then everybody else is trying to miss it any way that they can. Some of them try to lock it down, try not to run into him. But Jeffrey never actually went around. He never spun. You see it right here on the overhead. Nah, Johnson already snapping loose. He was already snapping loose. Might have hit the seam right there on the top side and got the back end of the truck to kind of come around right there a little bit and try to get it straightened out. But Meza, obviously Meza got him. But at the same time, he was already snapping sideways, and Meza was full send commit at that point and just ends up tagging him. Watch it one more time. Watch Johnson right there. Just that little snap. Very easy snap. But Meza never really got off of him neither. He hit him, and then he stayed on him until he ended up going around. So, but I don't think that wouldn't have, I don't think that would have happened had Triple J not snapped loose there just a little bit.
There's Raw Meza. You know what? It's time to interrogate Raw. I have answers. I have questions. I need input. I think Raw's got a smile on his face. He's like, oh, hell. Leslie's about to bring me in the box. Other people are pitting. Where's he at? Where's he at? A dragon. Minded, mighty, strong grasshopper. Raw! What's up, buddy?
How's it going, fellas?
How are you, amigo?
Doing good, man. Having fun with these guys.
Man, I gotta ask you a question.
Shoot it.
I mean, are you doing dirty laundry or something? Where's your tank top at, man? You ain't wore it tonight.
Oh man, I skipped laundry this weekend, man. Sorry, guys.
I told you. I told you, Jacob. Hey.
Yeah.
You actually got a pretty good run going for you, though, man. You're doing good, Raw. But until just then, how bad you damaged the truck?
Yeah, we're trying. We're definitely trying, man. I feel bad about. I think that was a teammate right there in front of me that made contact with there. But man, we were able to stay alive and keep going.
I mean, Mesa, we've seen you actually be, decent spot. I mean, here tonight, where you started at, you have been literally plus territory for most of the night. Is there any possibility, even though you might have gotten a little bit of skirmish right there where you was, but is there any possibility to where we may see you in more plus territory here tonight? Because you're certainly looking very confident here tonight. I mean, it may be the shirt. I'm not 100%, but I mean, is there a possibility?
That would be nice, but these guys, man, just don't make it any easier. They got some great guys over here with a lot of talent, but we're gonna try to do whatever we can. I think one of the most important things is just stay alive, and hopefully we could be there at the end and finish strong.
Hey, Raw, I don't know if you knew this or not, but did you know that you're first place in something? You're the all-time points starter of NASRA, the all-time starter of NASRA.
Yeah, I saw Cody sent that text on our team chat, and I think it's between Robbie and myself, man. But man, I've been here for a long time. It's actually a little embarrassing. I haven't even had a chance to get a victory lane, but we're pushing though.
It'll happen. All right, brother. Thanks, man. Raw Mesa, ladies and gentlemen. There he is. And that's the reason why he's not wearing tank tops, because he's got to do his laundry. Back underway. Green flag. I called it, Jacob. 36 to go.
Very good possibility, because now Newton's going to have to worry about, obviously, the 88 of Pappas right here to his inside. So now Hoofield's going to have to try to make something happen with Kermit the Frog, Luke Smith, and Taylor Peacock. We talked about him a while ago. Very quiet night for the 81. Now here he is, finds himself up here inside the top 5, trying to mix it up with Justin Lumpkin, not too far back there in the 18. But Adam Newton, Bulldog, sitting P1 right now. Cofield trying to give chase.
35 laps to go. There you see him right there. Working down the back straightaway. As now Adam Newton is showing his opportunity to lead. By the way, there is only one multi-time winner this year in the series. You know who it is? It's Adam Newton. He won round 2 at Pocono and round 4 at Charlotte. Only 2-time winner, but now Coatfield powers back on the inside. And now Pappas way up high. We might try to make it a 3-horse race for the lead, for the win, as they work off 2 with 34 to go.
Damn, what a right there for the Bulldog getting into Cofield. Pappas just ran his fastest lap of the evening at 33.2 around the outside. 88, Phil Pappas trying to mix it up with the Bulldog. Getting a run. Will he be able to make the run? Not able to do it. He'll fall back in line and give a little bump draft to Adam Newton. Cofield back to the lead. Pappas, his fastest lap of the race. Once again, Peacock's was as well. But Cofield able to shoot around them all and take back hold of the lead. Try to put a stranglehold on this bad boy.
Put a little Ted Nugent in your heart. A little stranglehold, baby. Because right now, Coatfield's in the top spot. There goes Newton. And you're on board with Pappas in third. They are single file. Peacock right there along with Smith in the top 5. Whatever blinking issue Kermit had, it's gone. By the way, Luke Smith, reigning winner. Most recent winner, Jacob. Remember, he won at the Magic Mile with the crazy caution. That was at New Hampshire last week. He did come back and win the race.
Yeah, he very much did. I mean, and obviously, that's going to be a good one right there to see if Luke Smith can kind of mix it up here. We saw him blinking a while ago. Will he be able to, hopefully, might have got that internet issue kind of straightened out one way or another. As we're looking at about 30 laps to go. Certainly getting a little bit iffy up here, starting to get a little bit mixed up with Smith right in behind Peacock. Battle for fourth on your screen, front 3 trying to get away from all of them. Luke Smith seems like he's a little bit faster than Peacock, but just cannot find a run to get around him. And Lumpkin's starting to breathe down his neck as well. And Stephen Thomas up 15 spots, with Lucas Lyons up 26 spots, but Pappas trying to get around Newton as well.
Closing in on 30 laps to go. Cofield in the lead. Newton, and there you see now Pappas battling with Newton for that spot, trying to battle for second. How about Pappas getting up there? How about you, the 88? Getting to the number 2 spot. About to go after Cofield. 30 laps to go, 29 at the line. It's go time here at Homestead.
Yeah, very much is go time, and this is when literally, I guess you could say that you are at the casino, you want to try to double up, you put all your chips into the middle and say, I'm all in, let's see it. But obviously, I mean, you still got time. I mean, hell, 30 laps to go, anything can happen. But certainly, if you don't end up making or taking a shot right now, you may end up screwing yourself from not being able to make that shot later on. You may get a late race caution, but I certainly think this is about the time where it's full send mode, try to get it all the way to the end. I mean, think about it. Right, you know, that 30-lap sprint from what we were having, I mean, they can go more than 30 laps, but I think it's all, you know, it's all send right here. As Pappas, Newton still going for second with Peacock right behind them in fourth and starting to close the gap.
Hey, by the way, I want to give you guys a quick reminder. Wednesday night, the NASRA Cup Series presented by Florida Cabinet Distributors will not be on the air. It will not be on the air this upcoming Wednesday, the 22nd or the 29th. It will return on Wednesday, November the 5th. Justin White, the promoter for the NASRA Cup Series, had some personal things that are going on. I'm not going to put his business out there because it's not business, but because of that reason, he's taken off. But he will bring it back on Wednesday, November 5th. So next broadcast, Jacob, will be the trucks. I think the season got started, and are we going to Charlotte this Friday? Because we didn't run last Friday.
Yeah, obviously we didn't run last Friday. I'm not even really 100% why the hell we didn't run last Friday, but that's where we're aiming for the second race of season 11 of the Concerns of Police Survivors Truck Series be at Charlotte, and then obviously go to Kansas, and then Michigan, and then all the way down the line. That's where we're heading, and obviously I'm looking forward to November the 14th, which is, November 21st, because hell, that's Talladega. Not 100% how that's going to work out, because I think that's Thanksgiving week.
That's the King of Talladega. Don't forget about the King of Talladega coming up on Thanksgiving. There it is, baby. It's been rescheduled from last week, as a matter of fact. And Jacob, to answer your question, Vice President of NASRA, Cody Knott, did explain to me why we did not run Friday at Charlotte. He said, folks, we're not going to be there because we originally had it off for the Kings of Talladega, even though we pushed it back. So people were complaining, so we went ahead and took it off and stuck with the schedule, because it's true. It's not on the schedule today. That's why. There you go. That's why we didn't run. They were supposed to be off.
Sense. I guess makes sense. So,
I mean, it's got to be you and the baby. Taylor, you and the baby get to spend the weekend together, have fun, right?
Yeah. I mean, we had a pretty good time this weekend. Got to spend some time, with the wife and the boy. And I got to tell you, Battlefield, thank you, Dean. Yes, absolutely. Yeah, but everybody's in the bed. I got to play a little Battlefield 6. Got to have a me weekend, which is pretty good. I don't get that a whole lot. And, so I mean, yeah, absolutely had a blast on that. Talking about a blast. Damn, a blast from the past. 88, Pappas to the top. Had a blast coming out of turn number 2. Jumps to the top side. Riding it up there on the high side Tickler line. Getting the run. Watch out, Peacock right behind him. Pappas starting to wear out Newton. He better figure it out pretty damn quick because Cofield is starting to try to check out from him. Got about a second gap. Pappas has got to figure something out and get around Newton.
He said, I'm looking for the lead, and he knows it's go time. Pappas going after Newton and flies by him. While that goes on, Cofield has opened it up to almost 3/4 of a second over these guys. And Jacob, you know what Cofield wants to see. You guys have at it. Keep on battling. Let Peacock run you guys down, because the old cliche is, when you're battling behind them, side by side, what does that do? It lets the leader pull away. He's opened it up now to close to a second now over Newton and Pappas, and now Peacock as they work off of turn 2.
Yeah, I mean, and Wesley, obviously that just puts, these drivers at a disadvantage, to be honest with you, because Cofield has got that clean air. He's not worried about anything. He's running his own line. Now, could this possibly play into either one of these drivers' factors? I doubt it, because they are losing time. They've already lost about 1/10 to 2/10 a lap already on Jonathan Cofield. Pappas has got around Adam Newton, so that may open the door for these drivers to maybe sneak up here and get a hold of Cofield. But they're running different lines. They may be running in dirty air. That's going to mess them up. Cofield in the clean air, running his line and doing what he wants to do. But we'll see how it works out as we are at that 20 to go, Wesley.
Premier Racing setups, 20 to go. We'll go side by side for just a moment. Sorry, Shane. Thanks again to Premier Racing setups. Jacob, you've got a little ditty about all these guys.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, if you need a setup, go check them out, PremierRacingSetups.com. Obviously, enter the code of NASRA, NASRA, or also Jake57. Get 15% off your entire order. Either one, doesn't matter. You can enter NASRA. That's cool. I don't want to piss off Brady and Everett. You can do Jake57, but that's cool with me as well. But 15% gets kicked back to either one of the organizations. And if you want the setups at the Redneck Announcer races, that NASRA races, that if Dean ever gets a steering wheel races, go check them out, PremierRacingSetups.com. Dean's going to be on a keyboard. So anyway, if you want the setups that Dean races on a keyboard, there you go. I don't know how good a promotion that'll be, Dean, but anyway.
He says,
Thank you, I'm here all night. I'm here all night.
I can't do the sound effect board like he does, right? He's got something where he punches buttons and changes voices and all sorts of things. I can't. I guess I could if I decided to mess with the board, but I just don't know how to do it. Yeah. There is no idea of knowing. There is no way of knowing. Coming to the end of this one, 17 to go, ladies and gentlemen, and it is on the line. All these drivers hitting their marks perfectly for the time being. 16 now with Cofield in the lead. There you see the lead. He wants that battle for those 3 trucks to continue to go on, Jacob, so he can set sail. Sail away, sail away, sail away. That's exactly what he wants to do, Jacob.
I heard it absolutely, and we said, no more.
No! Raw Mesa spins to the front straightaway, and the caution's out. And I just think I saw him say F. I think it just said something, yeah.
Very good prospect. Serve Pro
It's
caution for the
showtime.
Serve Pro truck right
It's
here.
showtime. Only fitting to have a
What
Serve Pro caution for the
Wow.
Serve Pro truck. Hang on, buddy. Oh, Nelly! Well, I was about to give him a round of applause because he kept it off the wall, but he didn't. He hit the wall right there, a little bit off 4.
Yeah, but what's that? I mean, that right there is not that bad right there. I mean, I've seen drivers wreck 10 times worse than that right there and still have a decent truck not tore up, nothing wrong with the truck. So that happens right there. You're going to get loose here at Homestead. I mean, that's just how it is, especially when you hit the seam. But I think you're going to see everybody jump down and get 4 freshies right here. You stay out, you're screwed. Now, you may see some try to attempt it and go for the 2 tires, but if you stay out right here, it's a straight-up death sentence. You see Cole Larson back here, I believe he's a lap down. He's going to stay out and try to make something happen, try to get the wave around. But you stay out right here and you're on the lead lap, it's a straight-up death sentence. These guys a lap down, different story. If you're a lap down, go ahead and stay out. Maybe get a caution right here, take the wave around, and maybe they get a wreck, and then you go ahead and get 4 freshies. But, I mean, honestly, every single one of them that's on the lead lap, every single one of them went down pit road.
Yeah, man, I am. Oh, look at this. Look at these cameras. Some people 2, some 4, some fuel. Race off pit road. We race to a break. 13 to go. Go time. Set it up for a wild finish at Homestead, Miami. Can Cofield pull off the hat trick? The conclusion coming up next.
Are you ready?
For Murph's Magical Creations. Home to custom laser engraving and gifts. This veteran-owned and operated company engraves for all occasions. If you want one of Murph's magical creations, call the number on your screen or commission through either Instagram or via email. Murph's Magical Creations, made with love for you.
We're back, and I'm afraid. That Dean Hopton on the board, Jacob Reeves. Dean, are you going to be like this on at 5 o'clock in the morning tomorrow for eNASCAR Australia?
He's got to keep himself awake one way or another. I mean, hell. Oh, my.
Oh, I love you. I love you. I love it. I love it.
I wish I'd have been recording that.
I told you, just go to the replay on wearesteering.com.
Yeah, I probably will.
There's a look at the point standings. There's Luke Smith, the most recent winner, by the way. He won last week at New Hampshire. Jacob, I do got to say, though, a much better, calmer race tonight than what we've seen in the past. I do got to give him props.
Yeah, but it ain't over. That's the thing that worries me, honestly, Wesley. I mean, we still got a little bit of ways to go right here. Certainly just a little over 10 to go, but it has been calmer. It has been a lot quieter, but it's getting down to the nitty gritty right here. They ain't no telling what's fixing to happen.
All right. Ready to go back to green. 12 laps to go, and Cofield with a great launch on the restart from the United Rental restart zone. Pappas sideways, bonsais off the 41, turns in to Thomas and other trucks, and the caution is out. He just simply lost it on his own, Jacob, down in turn 2, and the truck was cocked sideways. Wow.
I mean, Wesley, these guys, obviously, they're on cold tires. They're fresh tires, but they're on cold tires. Not 100%. Had to see if maybe straddled the seam a little bit. We'll see what happens with the 88. There is a seam right there on the bottom of the racetrack. Did he straddle that seam? No, he just kept it straight there on the bottom. You can get loose right there, very loose right there on the very bottom of the racetrack. Damn, Tyler Dittmer in the 4 getting right there in the middle of it as well. Innocent bystander. See Stephen Thomas, innocent bystander. Lucas Lyons was as well. But, I mean, that that's rough right there. I mean, that is bad deal right there for all drivers involved. Just getting down on that. I mean, it wasn't even on the apron. Watch him again. You see the same, maybe the right tires hit the same, but he didn't straddle it like normal. Just loses it, man. I mean, just the back end just comes around. He just barely turned it. Lines, I mean, just absolutely annihilated. T-boned him on the left side, knocks him straight up the hill. Thomas Dittmer, nowhere for them to go, run right into him. And, I mean, you know, I mean, bad deal for all involved right here. Watch it one more time. Riding on board with Stephen Thomas. He's the one that gets the worst end of this, if not, well, Pappas did too. Look at Thomas. Thomas is sideways. Smith's sideways. Thomas had the damn thing missed. But, I mean, Lucas Lyons come in there, obviously. I mean, he's trying to get out of the gas, gets into Pappas, knocks him up the hill, and then Thomas, just innocent bystander, gets stuck right into it.
Another caution. Sixth yellow flag of the race says cleanup ongoing. Remember next week King of the Talladega. That's right, King of Talladega coming up. And remember, it's been rescheduled. It was scheduled for last week. They decided to postpone it, and they're doing it on Thanksgiving. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. King of Talladega. King of Talladega. Yes, sir. Yeah.
You got to show me how you do that, Dean.
It's gotta be his board. That's all I can think of. Hello. Yep. Whatever he's doing, I'll figure it out. I promise you. One of these days, I'm gonna figure out how to. Oh, here we go. Oh yeah, it's on now. It's on now. I think I got it. I think I got it. I think I did. No, I don't think I did. Oh, I think I'm killing all of it. Why am I not? I sound like a robot. He sounds like a robot, don't he, Jacob?
He needs to go live and let everybody hear that. He needs to let everybody hear that. I mean, I know they're hearing it on CRM, but the NASRA 360 Racing Network guys are getting screwed out of this right here because they're not getting any.
They're like, what do we do? What do we do? Go to wearecrn.com and check it out. Maybe on the door, make a download. Jacob posts the show. Are you ever going to do that show again? You ever got to bring it back?
Yeah, when I get some free time.
Cofield up in front. Cofield, Peacock, going to be right alongside. Green flag back in the restart zone. And we're back underway with 8 to go. We're still in the regular scheduled distance. Cofield says goodbye. Slingshot engaged. Next, everybody will keep their P's and Q's together on the back, right behind them.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's exactly what Cofield wants right here. He wants this to be clean and green all the way to the end. Nobody get up here. Nobody do anything crazy. Get into somebody, spit out, get loose, cause all kinds of hell back there. Cofield wants everything to be calm, cool, collected, get through these last 7 laps and make it all the way to the checkered flag and get the win. But Taylor Peacock has come out of absolutely nowhere right here. Huge run on the outside. Him and Luke Smith starting to close the gap. Check it out. Taylor Peacock up 11 spots. Could play spoiler right here, but Cofield is cautioning us out. The Holla Daddy is hollering a bunch of bad words, I would assume.
Brian Chew, how are you? I don't want to check on it now. Look at this. Trouble for the Fort Myers, Florida driver. Man, shake to what happened to Pappas. I mean, it's the same darn thing.
Well, that turn 2 over there, Wesley, that turn 2 is kind of a pain in the butt, to be honest with you. You can get loose, you can get tight. Most of the time you get loose coming off turn 2. And it will throw you for a wrench. I mean, you know, you come off the top side, and it's just like the the damn corner, it goes from banked, and then all of a sudden, bam, it just like it goes straight flat, kind of like in New Hampshire, believe it or not. I know that sounds completely crazy for all of our listeners and all of our viewers out there, which, by the way, if you haven't yet, like and subscribe to the NASRA 360 Racing Network. But, you know, New Hampshire's always had that weird deal where when you come off of turn 2, it's kind of like it just flattens out and it kind of bottoms out a little bit, and then you go flat and then you carry on. It seems to have that somewhat of a feel when you come off turn 2, especially on the top side, maybe on the bottom. And turn 2 is kind of a finicky one over there. It will screw with you a little bit. What is Dean doing? He's got the caution lights going on and everything. He's gonna make some kind of crazy.
We want to say thank you to our lights. We want to say thank you to the caution lights.
Yeah.
It's a finicky turn. He's going inside the eye of the track. That's what Jake did. That's what Dean's doing. Look, he can zoom in. He can zoom out. Watch the way he zooms out. Zooms in. Watch this. Here he comes.
There's a lot of crazy stuff.
Okay, maybe he's making me out to be a liar. Here we go. Look at this. Look at all this. Look. Okay, maybe that's too far. Yeah, how far can you zoom in on that? It's the question. Room War says, "Don't you tell me what to do." I didn't. Nobody told you what to do. What did we tell you to do? Who is Room War? Are you having a bad day? I don't know. No, I didn't change my microphone. What's wrong with my microphone? I didn't change anything. I didn't change anything. You hear it now? All right. Lumpkin cap. Let's look at everybody on camera real quick. Just, you know, show them. Lumpkin, stuff. Jacob. Tires is back. Cherry. Shane Scott. Buffett. Anybody else? Any other takers? All right, that's what, 7 cameras now. I mean, you know, NASCAR on HBO Max put 8 driver cams on for the broadcast. You know, we got 7. That ain't bad, Jacob.
Hell no, we're moving up in the world. I mean, and obviously, I mean, you gotta give props to all the drivers for obviously hooking their cameras up and making it happen, and also Dean Hopton, obviously behind the scenes, getting the cameras lined up and making it all look good. I'm sure he's blushing over there in Australia. I'm sure he's got to be blushing, Dean or Weston.
School's in session. We're back underway here at Homestead. We're still with 3 to go. We are not in overtime yet. We're in regular scheduled distance. And Cofield once again gone on the launch pad. Liftoff. He's in orbit away from everybody in turn 2.
Yeah, I mean, Taylor Peacock did not want that caution to come out when it did. If he would have actually kept it green, he might have had a shot at Cofield right here. May end up costing him as Luke Smith goes to 2nd. Peacock back to 3rd. Now you got Chris Cinnamon, the Spice Man, gonna try to make it a little interesting. He's trying to make it interesting to jump up here and get inside the top 3 as well.
2 to go. Down into turn 2. Cofield holding on, pulling away by about 4/10 of a second on Peacock. Cinnamon into the top 5 as well as Richards again. But here comes Jonathan Cofield working off turn 4. The Darren's detail and shine. 1 to go, Waves. Final time, looking for a win. The defending champion finally trying to break the NASRA Monday curse.
I'll say this, Wesley, he started off the night buzzed out of his mind, and now he may end up being sober as a judge. Probably going to be buzzed after the whole thing's done. Cofield going into turn 3 and 4 for the final time. Looks like he's got this sucker in the bag.
The defending, reigning Monday Night DSR Series champion has finally done it. He wins Homestead. He's going to the playoffs. Jonathan Cofield, War Eagle, you win here in the Glass Mechanic 225. And it didn't take overtime to do it.
I got a feeling Cofield's got to have the biggest smile on his face to be like, hey, about freaking time. We finally got us a win. I mean, Cofield, if you look at the point standings coming into the night, he is in some straight doo-doo. He was nowhere even near making the playoffs with where he was sitting in the points. I mean, he was all the way down around the bottom 20s, 30s, somewhere in that range. He was way down there in bad shape as far as the points goes. He ain't got to worry about it tonight. He gets the win. He locks himself in.
He also becomes the 7th different winner in 8 races this year to win the NASRA DSR Electric Truck Series. The only driver that has been able to be a multi-time winner has been Adam Newton. Everyone else is first-time winners. He joins Colton Hogan, Stephen Thomas, obviously Kerry Tribune, Peyton Johnson, and last week's winner, New Hampshire winner Luke Smith, and obviously Adam Newton with 2 wins. But man, let the celebration begin. I think we lost the broadcast feed. What happened? Are you back? Oh, there we are. Sorry, hell yeah. Pay your bills, Dean. Stop messing with sound effects. Oh, for Jonathan Cofield. It is a big win for this guy. Obviously, he punches his ticket back into the playoffs again. It is his 19th career NASRA win. Career start number 175 for him tonight as well. Jacob, how about that? 71st top 5 and 112th top 10 for Jonathan Cofield. Dean and Jacob on the other side of the break are going to grab the podium. How about Kermit? Winner last week in New Hampshire. I call that, Jacob, consistency for Luke Smith. Taylor Peacock, also a good solid podium as well. Chris Cinnamon, Robert Richards go to the top 5. Adam Newton, Justin Lumpkin, Andrew Harris, Brady LaBeouf, Chad Ross, all the top 10, Jacob.
Yeah, the P11 here tonight is going to be the Hillbilly Steve Barnett. Good to see him bounce up there, get him an 11th place finish here tonight with Shane Scott. Tried to get him on camera a couple times, had to cut him off a couple times. Hopefully he's not going to be too mad at us, but he ends up finishing 12th here tonight with Tyler Goodwin. Very quiet night, up 17 spots, finishes 13th. Another quiet night for Cody Knight. Finishes top 15 with P14 here tonight, up 19 spots from where he started. The Joshua Suss, the Compa, finishing 15th with Lucas Lyons, who had to start from the back with EOL penalties, finishing in the 16th spot with Shane Trotter in 17th. Got Aaron Van Ryder finishing at 18th, Jason Morales 19th, and Matt Cherry finishes the top 20.
21st will find Larson, Cherry 22nd, followed by Bongold 23rd. Joey Stiers came back. How about that? Raced and got his laps back after having a technical issue, falling out, going 3 laps down. He'll still finish on the lead lap at 24th. Bill Pappas 25th, followed by Roger Diebold, Ryan Dillevo, followed by Raul Meza, Tyler Dittmer, Brian Chu, all on the lead lap in the top 30.
Then all the way down to end 31st, James Kaufman, Craig Schroeder finishes 32nd. Stephen Thomas had that unforeseen incident, obviously, that got set around right there. Tyler Dittmer got in the mix of that as well, and hate to see that for them. But Thomas, Justin White, Cole Larson, Dade Hagan, Eric View, 37 drivers that raced here tonight. Chris Blanchard just wanted to stick around and watch it. DJ Moore was your race director.
There you go. When it's all said and done, it is the man right there, Jonathan Cofield, taking the checkered flag. Cofield, defending champion of last year, is going to the playoffs. Round number 8. I'll see you next week. Ladies and gentlemen, Jacob and Dean carry you the rest of the way. I'll see you, of course, next week at the Rock Halloween Week. Cofield wins it. 7th different winner in 8 races. And they're coming up to chat with him next in the Florida Cabinet Distributors Victory Lane. I'm Wesley Outland. Ta-ta for now. The interviews are next. Craftsmanship that lasts a lifetime is Florida Cabinet Distributors. With over 20 years in business and 39 years of woodmaking experience, they proudly serve Northeast Florida to Southeast Georgia, delivering custom woodwork that combines precision, beauty, and durability. Whether you're dreaming of a custom kitchen, bathroom vanity, fireplace and mantel, entertainment center, outdoor kitchen, or even a full library, we can build it at Florida Cabinet Distributors, exactly the way that you envision. Hey, no project is too big or too small. If it's made of wood, Florida Cabinet Distributors can make it. Call or text Steve today. Yes, they gave us his personal cell number, 904-874-3442. That's 904-874-3442 to book today. Florida Cabinet Distributors, craftsmanship that lasts a lifetime.
We're back here with the DSR Electric Truck Series post-race interviews with the Glass Mechanic 225 podium finishers. And Florida Cabinet Distributors Victor Lane finds the 58, Jonathan Cofield. Jonathan, congratulations on the win. I got to be honest with you, buddy. It took longer damn enough, but you finally get the win. Get the monkey off your back here at Homestead. Tell us about your race.
Oh, man, it's about time. You're right. That monkey's been sitting on there too long, but like I told you after the stage, man, I love this track. The cautions right there at the end, I was not liking them. I told Lucas, I was like, man, if all these cautions screw me out of this win, I'm gonna be so mad. But everything worked out. I was able to get some good jumps on the restarts. So yeah, just finally got a win this season.
Yeah, and Jonathan, I will ask this because obviously I talked about this a while ago with some announcements that got popped up, obviously with the DSR Electric Truck Series. The past 2 weeks, I would say all the drivers, maybe the fans that watch and everything, obviously have seen that the past 2 weeks, Talladega, New Hampshire was not up to par with NASRA standards, and obviously there was some penalties that was handed out. They're getting back with the EOLs and everything else. Do you feel like Brady and Cody and all of them cracking down on these penalties produced the clean green racing that we saw here tonight?
It's just a big wide racetrack. I mean, anytime I run a league here, I expect it to go mostly green. Sometimes track was a little slick on new tires, so those couple spins we had on the restarts is acceptable. I mean, even me, I almost lost it 2 or 3 times on those restarts. Got to get the tires warm, but I agree with anything Brady and them want to do. I mean, if they think they need to start throwing EOLs and penalties and start cleaning the racing up, I mean, it's the short tracks that's had the bad races, and that's with any league. Some are better than others, and people have different braking zones. But we've run in this league enough with each other. We ought to know. I mean, who you can race around, who does what. So, good group of guys in here, man. We just had a rough start to the season. We'll get it.
Well, it seemed like that y'all pulled it off here tonight. Well, Jonathan Cofield gets the win here tonight. Ooh. I'll agree, and I'll go with Wesley Outland on this one. War Eagle gets it done here tonight. He gets the win here tonight. I don't know. Did Auburn win Saturday?
No.
I don't. Okay, hell, you won for him. You won for him.
That's right.
So we'll take that. That'll work out. Jonathan, buddy, congratulations on the way. Appreciate your time as always. Before we let you go, thank your sponsors and these shout outs.
Yeah, I just want to thank everybody at NASRA for putting on these leagues, and you and Dean and Wesley for staying up with us. I know we give y'all headaches sometimes, but doing the broadcast, can't wait to go back and watch it. Cofield Asphalt Refinish and Cofield Supply and Service, Breast Cancer October awareness month for that. Got the pink on there, looked pretty good. And my teammates at Bandits Motorsports, we had a good run going until some couple of guys got some damage there toward the end, but we're working on it.
I think Cofield gets the win, finally gets that old monkey kicked clean off his back. bent that monkey over and give it an old spanking. Get the hell out of my house. Cofield wins it here at Homestead. The Glass Mechanic 225. Jonathan, buddy, appreciate your time. Congratulations on the win. We'll see you at the Rock next week.
Appreciate it, sir.
That was Jonathan Cofield with the win. Here tonight, we'll go to second place finisher. I'm going to get this figured out. I'm going to do it right one of these days, Luke. I'm just going to try it. We're going to see what happens. Kermit the Frog here. I think I've done damn good on that one. I mean, I don't know what that would rate on a scale of 1 to 10, but Luke Smith, you come home. Thank you, Dean. Yeah, you really want to try to make me look like an idiot. But anyway, Luke Smith gets second here tonight. Buddy, congratulations on the second place finish. Tell us about it.
I mean, I'm super ecstatic about a second place finish. I cannot figure this track out for the life of me. It's a tough track and it wears the crap out of the tires. I was just kind of persevering and we had a little moment there, about right after the second stage where I was just trying to follow Adam Newton because he seemed to know what he was doing. And we had a little hiccup there, got into Robbie, I believe it was. And it kind of snowballed from there. But towards the end, we found ourselves back up towards the front and just kind of clicked off a couple positions and ended up coming P2.
I mean, and Luke, obviously, you won last week at New Hampshire. You get second here tonight at Homestead. Obviously, nobody knows what the future holds because obviously you never know what can happen. But certainly right now, riding some serious momentum. You lead the point standings coming into tonight. Certainly will keep that lead, if not grow it, leaving here this evening. But I mean, what's the key to the confidence that you've had so far this season?
I mean, it's my second season in this league, and I feel like I'm starting to figure out what guys' tendencies are. And it's really led to me being able to know who I can run around, when I can run around them, and, who's a weapon, who's not a weapon. And we all have our moments, so me included, where I can be a weapon. But just being able to put down all the laps, get time around these guys, whether I've got damage or not. It's all coming together, and I feel like I'm showing what I'm actually capable of. And even at a track where, I don't think I deserve a second place finish, but it's a track that I struggle at, and to be able to come out second, I feel like it's pretty indicative that I'm able to put all this together and potentially make a run at a championship. But as I've said in other interviews, I got to put wins on the board to be able to do that. So we're going to keep shooting for wins and try not to have these second place interviews. But I'm happy with a second.
Well, if you feel like you don't deserve it, then we could just, we can talk to the, the big people, and we can go ahead and relegate you to dead last or whatever. Whatever you feel like. If that's what you feel like.
No, thank you. No, thank you. I like the points lead.
Luke Smith, Kermit the Frog here. Finishes second here tonight, buddy. Congratulations on second. Appreciate your time as always. Thank you, sponsors. Any shout outs?
First off, I want to shout out Adam Newton. He just lost a good friend of his. I believe it was Friday. We love you, Adam. We're sending our thoughts and prayers with you. Also, I want to shout out my coworker. His name's Matthew. He's a dirt racer. He just lost his son last Saturday, and that is absolutely terrible. And also, thoughts and prayers are with him. I'd like to shout out the sponsors then, Starbase Comics, Murph's Magical Creations, Florida Cabinet Distributors, everyone that puts these races on at NASRA, Brady, Cody, all the admins and all them, TJ even. And lastly, I'd just like to shout out you guys because y'all put on a fantastic broadcast each week. It's always really fun to go back and watch.
Well, thank you very much for that. Luke Smith comes home with second here tonight, buddy. Congratulations on the finish. Appreciate your time. We'll see you at the Rock next week.
Thank you.
That was Luke Smith, Kermit the Frog. Dean, I think I done a pretty good Kermit the Frog impression right there. It could have been worse, to be honest with you. Yeah. I think, I'm getting better at it. Yeah. Let me get about 6 beers deep, and we'll see how it turns out. Taylor Peacock comes home with a P3 here tonight. Taylor, buddy, damn. I mean, honestly, Cofield was talking about this a second ago about, the cautions kind of had him worried. I think before that last caution come out, you were ripping the top. I feel like you might have had something right there for Cofield to be able to get around him. But I mean, would you agree with that?
Yeah, that's why I told Cinnamon that. I was like, man, I didn't want that caution because I got around that lap around the top, and I thought I was going to have a good run, at least try something on him at least. I'm tickled to death with third. After that, I got caught up in that very first yellow on lap 2 or whatever it was, and then started 27th. Then we went green the whole way till stage 2 was over. But able to climb up to 6 or so by then, and then able to fight out a top 3. Very happy with it. Barely just got third over Cinnamon, so it was a good race between teammates. We were having a damn good time in Discord, so it's a good race. I love this track.
I mean, and, Taylor, you talked about that, obviously, racing with, your teammate, Chris Cinnamon, having a damn good time, as you mentioned, obviously. Would you agree that, when you're having a good time and we're out here racing and you're putting down laps and you're enjoying it, that it makes you race better? Knowing that, okay, we're out here racing, because I talked about it with Cofield a minute ago with, how everything kind of cleaned up and just how this track races. I mean, having fun, does that really, I guess you could say, support the results and support, the fun and everything else?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Does it all come together? Definitely,
for sure. Anytime you're having a good time, you're confident. I think it's a lot of confidence. I feel like if you go out there and have a vendetta against somebody, you're just, itching for trouble. Something's going to happen to you. Go out and have a good time. This was a hell of a good race compared to our last 2. I'm glad Brady decided to change up the EOL system because there's a few guys that are just drive way too over their head. But so hopefully get that cleared up, and we'll keep having these good races and hopefully keep talking to you guys every week.
I already called that. He didn't call the drivers out. A couple of them driving over their head. I got to do it real quick. We got beef. We may have a little bit of beef one way or another, but Taylor, buddy, congratulations. I had to do it, but Taylor, buddy, appreciate your time. Congratulations on the P3. And as always, thank your sponsors. Any shout outs?
Yeah. Just thanks to my team. It's always a good time running with them guys. We always race each other hard, have a good time. Shout out to Brady. Like I said, everybody that runs NASRA, Brady, Cody. I know there's a handful of guys that do it. Thank you to all of them. You guys for putting on the broadcast each week. Regardless of where I finish, I go back and watch every week's race, and you guys do a hell of a job. And like I said, hopefully I'm back talking with you next week at Rockingham. Have a good one.
P3 in the points here tonight. P3 here at Homestead. Taylor Peacock comes over the podium, buddy. Congratulations on the finish. Appreciate your time. We'll see you at the Rock next week. And that was Taylor Peacock, P3 here tonight. As you see down there at the bottom right, if you haven't yet, what the hell you waiting on? Like and subscribe to the NASRA 360 Racing Network. Dean, buddy, final thoughts. We've had the sound mixers. We've had a good time up here in the booth here tonight. But your final take here at Homestead.
Well, down here trackside there, Jacob, it was quite interesting.
Back to the
we had a little bit of fun in the booth.
But yeah, it was what fantastic green flag running that we had. There was a few cautions in there, of course, but as at the very start of the race, we had lots and lots and lots of green flag running. Of course, we had to stay green after the first stage break, and John, and you'd have to big hats off to everybody for that. And as Wesley was saying, it's time to get all those cautions out in the third stage, of course, when everybody's really racing to get some key crucial points in the championship hunt there, as well as the race win, no doubt. But hats off, obviously, to Caulfield. He had the quad. That's not the trifecta, the one after the trifecta, isn't it? You got 4, so he got the pole, put it on pole, and cleaned up. Swept all the stages, of course, in the race win. So unbeatable this time around, and he beat that NASRA curse there, Jacob. And of course, hats off to the other drivers and Chris Cinnamon as well, too, up 12 places, just in squeezing that just outside that podium position.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, big win right there for Jonathan Cofield. I mean, you think about it, meet him. We talked about it and everything about is there a NASRA curse? And I certainly think that maybe he just basically said that there isn't one here this evening, and obviously gets the win at Homestead. I love this place. I really do. I love racing here on iRacing. I love racing, this track on the brand new NASCAR 25 video game. If you haven't yet, check that game out. It's actually worth it. To be honest with you, it's worth your money. Go check it out. But I mean, Homestead is a beautiful facility. It puts on the great racing. I'm happy it's the regular season finale for NASCAR coming up next season. I would love to see this as a regular season finale here in DSR Electric Truck Series or in NASRA in general. I'm sure Cofield would love it as well because obviously he got the win here tonight. But I mean, great race. I mean, hey, when the boss man comes down and he cracks down on some penalties, I mean, take it for what you will. Sometimes it's got to happen to produce a damn good product. And it damn sure did here tonight. Florida Cabinet Distributor Victory Lane finally sees War Eagle Jonathan Cofield in Victory Lane. Folks, that's going to do it for this broadcast here on the NASRA 360 Racing Network. Got to thank all our great sponsors, obviously Starbase 1552 Comics, Premier Instant Setups, Merch, Magical Creations, Cops, Concerns of Police Survivors for what they do, Blanchard's Towing, obviously TLC, all our great sponsors, Sim Racer Hub, I mean, you name it, Points Poppers, Glass Mechanic, can't forget them, held they're the title sponsor of the race, and obviously Serve Pro for the cautions, can't forget about Dan Gobble and DSR Electric for what they do here for this great league. Shout out to the fans for always coming out with big old numbers, and the drivers, every damn one of them put on a banger here tonight. So proud of these guys over the past 2 weeks. They finally put it together. Hopefully we'll carry on the momentum. Brady LaBeouf, Cody Knott, for allowing us to be ourselves, entertain you, the fans, call some of the greatest racing, literally the best league in iRacing, which is the North American Sim Racing Association. For the Australian Dean Hopton Bengals, and also for Smithfield, North Carolina's old Wesley Outlet, I'm the redneck announcer, Jake Reeves. And as I always say, be safe, be kind, be fast. Cofield got the win. Monkey off the back. Bent it over, kicked it straight in the keister. We're going old school racing next week. North Carolina, Rockingham. Do not miss it. Mark your calendars. Next Monday night, 9 p.m. Eastern Time, live and only on the NASRA 360 Racing Network. DSR Electric Truck Series Championship. Roll it on, baby. We'll see you next week.